we're making sure that the sport, it looks and feels different to what it is today. In late 2024, we conducted a research report with She Races, where we surveyed over 900 female triathletes about what are the barriers to entering events in general. The main barriers were 67% cost, which not surprising. Race entries are largely more expensive, but it was not only the race entry, it was also travel, accommodation, overnight stays. If I need to arrange childcare, I need to know for how long I'm gonna be out of the house. Do I need to be there before for registration? Do I need to just be there for racing? Unclear start times, insufficient information about toilets, aid stations, provisions, other race information. I cannot find that information anywhere. 19%, which is something very close to my heart, mentioned cutoffs. There's a lot of all these barriers that will prevent these women. So we want to make sure that we get there and we get those barriers removed. Growing up, did not do any sports at all, but then I found running and then found triathlons and truly fell in love with it. I did it to support my mental health. I needed something to change. It helped me feel so accomplished, going from my 2 minutes run to my first, continuous 10 minutes run, to my first 5K, to my first 10K. And somebody said, why don't you try swimming? Why don't you try cycling? You can do a triathlon. And yes, and did my first, it was a women-only super sprint. It was the most fun ever. I found, particularly when you did it in a women-only environment, it was so uplifting, the sisterhood, it was just great vibes, and I just fell in love with the sport right there. So Women in Tri is a fully volunteer organization. We have no paid employees. All of us do this around our full-time jobs and families, just literally wanting to do this for the sport. Since we started, we have sponsored over 150 women to do their first ever triathlons. This year, we already have about 60, so we're already tracking way ahead of the curve for 2025.
Women face, I think, more barriers in terms of getting into triathlon. There is, of course, equipment and all those kinds of things, but there's also the confidence. I think that's something that women struggle with a lot. So that's the biggest theme, I think, within Women in Tri, is just giving women the confidence to say, no, you can do this. We can do hard things. Come along and join us. You can do hard things with other women, and you'll feel supported in that space and achieve more than you realised you could.
There's just something great. Everybody just, even afterwards, these ladies that I haven't met before came up and gave me a hug because they'd seen that I'd been upset, and it was just really, really lovely.
And it just really makes you feel included in a field that firstly is so underrepresented by women, and it kind of feels like you're almost on a level playing field just because you have that person to ask.
So Women in Tri creates this very safe space for women to come into that isn't intimidating. There are no stupid questions, you can ask anything. For me as a mentor, it's super rewarding because I get to work with people who are very nervous and support them and help them, and watching their confidence grow and blossom and watching them get comfortable with referring to themselves as a triathlete is unbelievably rewarding.
It's a space for us as well. It's not just middle-aged man in Lycra. There's women in Lycra as well.
Well, our goal is gender parity, so we are a long, long way to go.